Well, good evening, folks. We are live, KV Rising, here on this Tuesday, February 18th of 2020, live in Kellyville, Oklahoma. And Robbie's down there announcing the starting lineups for Preston Pirates. And your Lady Ponies starting lineup will be coming shortly. And here it is, so I'll be quiet and let you hear it. There you are, folks. Lady Ponies coming in tonight, 16-5, ranked number 10 in 3A in the state of Oklahoma. They won their last two games. Their last loss was against Eufaula. And the last time they faced the Preston Pirates, we ended up in a double overtime, but the Ponies walked away, a 75-61 win in that game. So this could be a very competitive match. We'll see how that was early in the season. We'll see how both teams have improved from that early point in the start of the season. So here we go. Looks like Shaler Childers, and number 5, Bagby for Preston. The Lady Ponies get the tip. Working the ball around. There's a 3 on the outside by Archer. And Jones with the rebound, and Wiggs for 2. We got a loose ball on the court. Came from the stands. Not sure. And there's a 3 off the front of the rim, but Preston maintains with the rebound. And they're going to get Bagby for the walk underneath, so Kellyville ball. Upshaw to Wiggs. Wiggs inside to Childers. And Upshaw for 3, top of the key. And that's going to be Jones for Preston coming down with the rebound. And there's a steal by Wiggs. She gets it to Upshaw. Upshaw is a little tall and off the tip of her hands, and Preston gets the ball back. Jumper on the outside. Preston with the rebound. And now we're going to get a foul called. That's going to be on Archer. It's going to be her first. And that is going to send Tiger. Couldn't see the... Couldn't see her number there. And she gets her second one. Their inside look to Childers, and Wiggs with the rebound and puts it back up for two. Childers just a little strong on that shot, but Wiggs was right there for the rebound. So 4-1 early lead for the Lady Ponies. 4:25 left in the first quarter. Excuse me, 5:25. I'm a little off my game tonight. There's a three by number 21, and that's going to be a rebound by Childers. Kellyville ball. And a layup by Upshaw for two. And there's a steal by, knocked the ball loose by Wiggs. She wasn't able to get to it before it went out of bounds, so Preston's going to maintain possession. Kellyville playing pretty tight. Looks like one-on-one man coverage defense here. They're not giving Preston much room. And there's an outside shot by 21, rebounded by Childers. That was by Macy Jones. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Kellyville ball. Jacob pulling double duty tonight. He's on the camera. He's going to be working the scoreboard as well, so be patient with him. And there's a nice drive by Childers, but her layup's off the mark. It's a nice look there. Just a little strong against the glass.
I know I've messed up a couple times already, so.
Well, we'll do the best we can. Again, Lady Ponies playing tight defense on this one-on-one.
I'm not sure if Preston likes to move around the ball that much, but I think the Lady Ponies are just forcing them to.
Yeah, they're having to make several passes to get a look on the goal. Like I said, that's just Ponies playing. And there's a deep three by Pinkston for three. And she was uncontested, which that's the first really uncontested shot they've had. There's Wiggs with the drive, and it's off the mark. Childers with the rebound. She's going to be fouled if she tries to go back up, so she's going to go to the line.
That foul's on Tiger.
That's her first, my Tiger for Preston. So Childers to the line for two. Her first attempt is in. And her second one's off the mark, but Bear Paw with a rebound. Bear Paw puts it back up for 2.
That was a pretty good little three-point sequence there with the rebound by Bear Paw.
That was.
Put it back up.
So 9-4, Lady Ponies with the lead, 2:27. And they're not running the clock. The refs haven't seen it yet.
I think they mixed it up. I think they mixed the clock up. We're trying to signal them. We look like idiots up here trying to signal them, but we're doing our best to.
Bear Paw with the rebound. I think he got it back on the mark here. And there's Wiggs with a 3. And Bear Paw with the rebound.
Good save.
And saves it and gets it back into Jones.
Pass out to Bear Paw.
Bear Paw for 3. And that's off the mark, and Preston's going to come up with the rebound. And we finally got the clock back operational, the way it should be. So 1:30 left here in the first period. Preston moving the ball around quite a bit. There's a 3. And rebound by Upshaw on that missed 3. Upshaw stops at the 3-point line and puts it up, but it's in and out. And Macy Jones for Preston with the rebound. So about 40 seconds left here in the first period, 9-6. Kellyville with the lead. There's a rebound by Upshaw. And that ball is going to be tipped out of bounds. A little confusion there on the substitution, but Preston finally gets it taken care of. Maddie Riley in for the Lady Ponies. Giving Archer a break. Bear Paw. Deep 3 by Upshaw, and that's off the mark. Riley tries to save it, but that's going to be the end of the first period. 9-6, the Lady Ponies with the lead. Spreading the ball around a little bit. Upshaw with 2, Wiggs with 4, Childers with 1 free throw, and Bear Paw with 2. So 9 points on the quarter for the Lady Ponies. And I missed the Pirates, one of their scores.
I guess I did too, because I had 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And I just go by the scoreboard, and I saw it update to 6, and I was like, okay. I didn't see a shot or anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure who shot, but and unfortunately our scoreboard doesn't keep track of the points as the game goes on. There are some places, Kiefer I think is one of those gems that each time a girl scores, it shows their number and how many points they have for the game so far at that point. Unfortunately, ours doesn't do that. So here we go, second period. Pirates with the ball.
I was about to say, that is a travel.
Yeah,
She picked up one foot, then dropped it and picked up the other.
she knew and she did it too. She was hoping the ref didn't notice, but she knew.
Well, that
Kirsten
she
Kaiser.
She didn't know. She had the Kellyville crowd going, hey, hey, hey.
Right. Kaiser's in the game for Wiggs. Took a break. Here comes Riley. Here's to Jones. And Kaiser's going to be double teamed and get the ball taken. A nice save there by number 10 for Preston.
And then a shot by Roberts.
That ball's going to come down and they're going to fight over, go out of bounds. It's going to be Kellyville ball. And Riley goes up and gets the ball knocked loose. And Upshaw with the drive in and floater, and it's in and out. And Wilson for Preston comes up with it. And a pass across the baseline. Upshaw gets a hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. So 6:27 left here in the half. Preston trying to put something together. And there's a three by Wilson, and it's no good. Bear Paw with the rebound. And then 24 Long takes the ball back and right back up. Bear Paw for three. Preston wanted to walk on that by Riley, but the ball was knocked loose before she passed it. And there's a block by Bear Paw. Jones gets it down to Riley. Riley with the one-handed layup. I believe that's going to be a foul on Bear Paw. That's her first. And that's going to send Macy Jones to the line shooting two. Jones's first attempt is good. And her second one's in. So 14-10, Ponies with the lead. 5:14 left in the half. Upshaw for three, and that's good. And there's a nice tip out defensive play by Sarah Jones, knocks it out here near court. Preston maintains possession, so they'll have it here on the near side. And with that three, Kellyville jumps out to a 7-point lead here, 17-10. And there's a nice move by Abby Long for two underneath. And a steal by number 10. That's Addison Williams, and she gets the ball down and loses the dribble, and it goes out of bounds. That was a steal on pass from Jones. Williams just able to get in front of it and steal it. But then she turns around, turns it over. So Upshaw with the drive and a nice jumper on the side from Upshaw. And there's good defense right there by Jones. Rebound by Bear Paul. And Riley loses her balance and falls down. The ball goes out of bounds. .340 left here in the half. 19-12. Lady Ponies with the lead. There's a nice steal by Childers. And then we're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow on Lady Ponies. Upshaw at the top of the key, waiting for her teammates to set something up. And she's on the move now. And Upshaw is going to be fouled by number 2. That's Pinkston. It's her first, and Wiggs comes back in the game to give Riley a quick break here with 3:05 left in the half. And Jones with a three on the outside off the front of the rim. Bear Paul with the rebound, and she loses it. Ball's on the floor, and Preston picks it up. There's a three on the outside by number 21. It's Jones for Preston, and it's off the front of the rim. Preston gets the rebound, and here we're trying again here. On a missed shot, number 22 rebounds it. That's Tiger and tries to go back up. She's going to be fouled by Childers. And send Tiger to the line for two. And she makes her first. And Archer back in the ball game. Going to give Bear Paul a break. And Childers with the rebound there on the missed free throw by Tiger. Lady Ponies. 19-13, 2:11 left here in the half. And there's a nice move by Childers on the inside for two. Pass by Wiggs. So 1:27 left here in the half, 21-13. Lady Ponies with the lead. And there's a steal by Upshaw. And she's going to take it the length, and she misses her her layup. We got Childers with the rebound, misses her, up put back. Upshaw with another rebound, and she's going to be fouled as she tries to go back up. And that was on Pinkston. So Upshaw at the line for two. Jacob, did you see if, yeah, she did make that. I was going to say I couldn't tell if she did or not. Her first attempt, and she gets her second attempt. One minute left here in the ball game, or correction, in the half. And there's a three by number 24 off the front of the rim. And it's out of bounds on Kellyville. And again, Kellyville with the tight one-on-one defense. And there's a steal by Upshaw. And she's going to go the distance and the layup for two. About 6 seconds left, and there's a shot. And that's going to be good. That was by Macy Jones. And that's going to close the half. Your halftime score is Kellyville 25, Preston Pirates 15. So here at half, the Lady Ponies with a 10-point lead. Hopefully they can continue that in the second half. And I'll have some halftime statistics for you here when we come back. We're going to take about a 8.5 minute break, and we'll come back and we'll talk about those statistics. And also want to mention our presenting sponsors. We'll be right back.
tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As we come back from halftime, the Kellyville student section is themed purple and gold for the fallen NBA legend Kobe Bryant. Kobe died on Sunday afternoon, January 26th. Kobe was a role model to many, and he was a friend to some. He knew the game of basketball. So our student section is honoring him tonight by wearing purple and gold, and just recognizing what kind of role model he was to very many people. I know that the girls basketball team isn't in the student section right now, but I know they have a big thing planned for tonight. This was originally supposed to go on a couple weeks ago, but tonight they were recognizing how much of a role model Kobe Bryant was to many and the entire world for the game of basketball. About a minute 36 until the game continues.
Well, welcome back, and that is a great thing they're doing to honor Kobe Bryant, the things that he's done for the world of basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by our presenting sponsors, Patriot Air, CT Decorative Concrete and Construction, and of course our gold sponsors, Phil Thomas Trucking, Shades of Glass by Chris, Webco Industries, Jay's Country Kitchen, Bluebell Free Will Baptist Church, Rescue Mini Storage, Backwoods Barbecue, DJ Service and Concrete and Construction, Diminishes Resources, Jim Vought Mac Truck, Shaded Billings and Photography, Greg McGuire Trucking, Brian Smith Allstate Insurance, and David Bryant and Associates. And we're back underway here in the second half. And Preston's got the ball. Working on Jones. And that's number 24, Abby Long, and she's going to get the 2 and the foul. That foul is going to be on Jones. That's going to be her first for the game. And Long's able to make it a three-point play to start the half for the Preston Pirates. And there's a 3 by Upshaw to start for the Lady Ponies. So 1 minute expired here. 28-18. Lady Ponies with the lead. Maintaining a 10-point lead. And that's Abby Long with 2. There's a rebound by Archer on the missed shot by Tiger. Loose ball on the floor. And Preston's going to get the timeout before Archer was able to get in there and try to tie the ball up. So 6:10 left in the third. 28-20, Lady Ponies with the lead. 30-second timeout charged to the Lady Pirates. So in the first half, scores Upshaw with 11, Wiggs with 4, Childers with 3, Riley with 2, Bear Paw with 5. So spreading the ball around nicely. We need to continue to do that here in the third. And coming out of the timeout, Preston with the ball. And shot off the mark, and Childers with the rebound. And there's a 3 by Archer. And flashing in for the rebound is Wiggs. So Lady Ponies maintain possession. And there's Jones for the 3, and it's off the mark. And Tiger for Preston come up with it, but then it's stolen by Upshaw, and Upshaw in for 2. So nice move by Upshaw to get in there and steal the ball. As Preston rebounded and just went to pass, and Upshaw gets right in there. There's a nice, well, almost a steal by Wiggs, tips the ball around, but Preston's able to maintain. And ball's knocked all over. Upshaw gets it down to Jones. And Jones for 2 on the easy layup. Nice assist by Upshaw.
It looks like both of our coaches are having a little hustle on who actually called the timeout. I think they both called timeout at the same time.
Yeah, they gave it to
Preston.
So Preston charged with that timeout, brings it down to 3 timeouts. Kellyville still got 5, so that actually helps. It could become a factor later in the game. Those timeouts are always precious. Kellyville right now up by 12, 32-20, with 4:33 left here in the third. Folks, we know that it's an issue, and it's brought to my attention the other day that I'm going to try to say the game time a little more often. We're working on getting some extra equipment where we can just focus on the game clock, so you could also have view of that while you're watching. I know sometimes you have no idea how much game time's left, and there's a nice steal by Wiggs.
With the scoreboard that I use.
And Bear Paw for 2.
We potentially could have a game clock, but the only setback is I tried it at Morris, and it is 2 minutes behind when you click the button to run it. So that's the only problem, is why we don't have a clock. We have the opportunity, we just can't.
Well, and it would be someone else, someone else responsible for turning that thing on and off. And Childers with that ball rolled around the rim. But that would also, you do a good job keeping up with the score there, Jacob, but that would also be something that you would have to start and stop many times throughout the game. So if we can, once we get that equipment, we'll just be able to focus on the live score or the live clock here and then transmit that picture to the screen. We got to come up with a second camera that'll be dedicated to looking at that clock. So always looking to make improvements. I feel confident that we'll be able to do that in the future. There's a long 3 by Long three was missed, and then the ball was loose, and Childers gets in there tied up for a jump ball. Pony's going to have possession arrow, so 34-20, 3:04 left, and there's a quick break by the Ponies. Gets it down to Wiggs, and she misses her easy layup, and then the ball goes out of bounds. So missed opportunity there for the Lady Ponies for an easy two. Wiggs got too far under the basket and just couldn't get it up and over the rim. And I believe we're going to have a push by Childers. It's going to be her second. And it's on the floor, so Preston just the ball out of bounds here on that foul. There's a foul. It's going to be on Wiggs. That's going to be her first. And sending Roberts to the line for two. And she makes her first one. So here's Roberts for Lady Pirates, her second attempt. And it's also good. So back to a 12-point ball game, 34-22, 2:21 left in the third. Preston was initially showing a work of press, and then they backed out of it. So Upshaw brings the ball down, gets it to Childers, and Macy Jones for Preston. A little aggressive there, and it's going to commit a foul on she's working against Childers there. There's don't see too often, a block three attempt. There's a nice outside move, a bear paw. That was a three-point attempt by Upshaw, and it was blocked. You don't really see that too often. Upshaw, such a quick release on her shots. .135 left here in the third period, 36-22. Lady Ponies with the lead. Preston with the ball, trying to work something inside, and they do get inside. Number 24 right down the lane, Abby Long for two. Bear paw for three, and it's a little off the mark, and there's Upshaw, or correction, Childers right there to get the loose ball. Upshaw with a jumper and unable to get it to go. 50 seconds left, and there's a drive by Wilson, and it's in and out. Riley with the rebound, and she quickly comes down the court. Ball's loose. Upshaw gets it and gets it back to Riley. 30 seconds left here in the third. Kellyville with the ball. There's an outside shot by Wiggs, and that's good. There we go. Nice defense by Shaler Childers. She caused the walk. She putting pressure on her, and she picked the ball up. There's a shot by Upshaw off the mark. So after 3, 38-24, Lady Ponies maintaining a comfortable lead here. Upshaw with 5 in that quarter, Wiggs with 2, Jones with 2, and Bearpaw with 4. So spreading the ball around nicely still for the Lady Ponies. Tonight is the final home game for the regular season of the Lady Ponies, but fortunately for Kellyville, we're hosting districts and regionals. So we will be back here this Saturday night at 6:30. It's going to be your game time for the Lady Ponies facing Cassia Hall in district play. The boys will immediately follow.
Good reminder by my dad there. Don't forget about the autographed basketball that the Booster Club is selling. Don't forget about the autographed basketball that the Booster Club is selling. I'm not sure how much it is per ticket, but
It's
$1 for 1 and then 6 for 5.
If you're at home listening, it goes through tonight, but if you're at home listening, get a hold of April Holland, and she could probably make sure and get you some tickets before they close that out. So here we are in the fourth. And there's a nice steal by Bearpaw. And she's going to go the length of the court for a layup for 2. So that was a nice play by Bearpaw. And that shot's off the mark. Bearpaw felt like she was fouled, pushing the back on that attempted rebound. The ball goes out of bounds, Kellyville ball anyway, So far in this game, the referee's doing a pretty nice job. There's a nice rebound by Archer on a missed shot by Upshaw. And we're going to get a jump ball here underneath. It was Macy Jones working on Sierra Jones. So Jones against Jones there. No relation that I know of. Kellyville maintains possession with the possession arrow. They get it into Upshaw. Upshaw's going to be fouled by number 10, Addison Williams. I believe that's going to be her first. Bearpaw drives through the paint and gets the layup and one. So she'll go to the line. That's going to be on Jones. It's going to be her second. So Bearpaw to the line for 1, try to make it a 3-point play. And she does. There's a nice block by Upshaw, but she gets into Roberts there, so commits her foul there. It's going to be her second foul. There's going to be a moving screen called against That's going to be Jones's third for Preston, Macy Jones, on the illegal screen. There's a deep three by Bear Paw, and that's good. So Bear Paw turning it on here. Having a nice game. There's a three off the mark. Upshaw with the attempted rebound, can't come up with it. And Macy Jones with the layup, or the putback, excuse me. And looks like Preston Pirates going to call a full timeout. And the score here with 5:41 left in the fourth is 46-26. Lady Ponies with a commanding lead. So Bear Paw having a great game. Bear Paw with 17 points so far on the game, so she's having a fantastic night. 17 points and 5 rebounds. A block and a steal in there to mix in, so nice game for Bear Paw tonight. So here we go, 5:41 left in the ball game, 46-26. Kellyville with the lead. Kellyville has the ball. Inside to Bear Paw. Bear Paw with the jumper, and it's off the mark, in and out. Preston with the rebound. And there's a rebound by Bear Paw.
And that was stolen by 24. And then she stepped on the line out of bounds.
So Kellyville's going to fortunately get the ball back. Here comes Sierra Jones. Down to Riley. Riley to Upshaw. Upshaw shot just off the front of the rim. And Preston with the rebound. So 5 minutes left. And here comes Preston trying to set something up, and nice pass inside, but shots off the mark. Bear Paw with another rebound. And there's a shot, or a pass to Archer that's high from Upshaw. And Kellyville with a couple of turnovers here, trying to give Preston a little bit of life. And there's a nice steal by Riley, and she goes down and puts it in for an easy two. There's a rebound by Jones. Bear Paw from three in the corner. And again, she's just lighting it up here in this ball game. And there's a nice three by Wilson. And there's a jumper for two for Upshaw. There's another steal by Riley. Riley with the quick break. And Riley for 2. So 55-29, 2:51 left here in the ball game. And I believe Kellyville, Coach Upshaw, is going to make some substitutions. And we are going to have Kaiser, DeGraffenried, and Kinsey, along with Wiggs and Childers in the ball game for Lady Ponies. There's a nice reverse layup by Abby Long for 2. For the Pirates. Ball underneath the Wiggs. She tries the layup and it's going to be knocked loose. Preston gets the ball. Kellyville still doing a pretty good job on that tight man coverage. Ball knocked loose, but Preston comes back up with it. And we're going to get a foul called underneath on Kaiser. It's going to be her first. And Wiggs and Childers are going to take a break, and Harwood and McFadden are going to be in the game for the Lady Ponies. These young freshmen a chance to get some time in here. And McFadden with the steal. Lady Ponies going to come up with it. McFadden underneath the goal. And she takes a shot, but it hits the back of their backboard, so goes out of bounds, a Preston ball. There's a nice block by Amy Kinsey. Kaiser with the fast break. DeGraffenried tries to go up. She's going to get the ball knocked loose. Another rebound by Kinsey, and then the ball's going to be tied up. Jump ball. Preston with the possession arrow. So 40.3 seconds left. 55-31, Lady Ponies with the lead. Nice steal by McFadden. And she's going to take the ball down. One-on-one with the nice layup by Cieza McFadden for 2. So McFadden's able to get on the board. Coming in here with less than 2 minutes of the ball game. There's a nice shot by Foster for Preston. And McFadden gets another 2 right at the buzzer, so she comes up with 4 points with less than 2 minutes in the game, comes in and gets herself 4 points. So Great job on Ciasia McFadden. And there you have it, 59-33 is the final. So the Lady Ponies walk away with a win here on senior night and their final home game of this 2019-2020 season. So what a great night for the three seniors, Archer, Wiggs, and Jones, to celebrate walking away with the win. But like I said before, it's not their last, not those seniors' last game in this event center. They'll be back here Saturday night at 6:30 for district play against Cassia Hall, and then they'll return the following week for regional play. And those games and opponents will be announced at a later time. Looks like Bear Paw had a nice game and our leading scorer with 18 points. So congratulations to her on a fantastic game. And I got the Kellyville Ponies. Here come Preston Pirate boys coming out for warm-up. Kellyville Ponies will be out here shortly. And we got about a 12 minute break. So I'm going to take a break and I'll be right back with you here in just a few. And here we go, folks. Welcome back. About to start the boys game here. So your Kellyville Ponies are 11-9 on the season. They're ranked number 20 in Class 3A. Unfortunately, though, they've lost the last 6 of their last 7 games. So hopefully they can break that streak coming in tonight. I've struggled here at the end of the season. They're going to be playing your Preston Pirates. Preston Pirates come in just a 2-20 record for their season. So the boys, this should be a good opportunity for them to break that losing streak tonight. So here you go. Here's your starting lineup for your Pony. So there you have it, freshman Josh Miles getting his first start of the season. We've had some illness hit the team tonight. We got Connor Thomas and Kenny Mosby out a little bit under the weather tonight, so they're taking it easy so they can be prepared for districts and regionals. Looks like Wiggs and Long for the jump, and Wiggs gets the tip, but it goes straight to KJ Bagsby for Preston. And there's a steal by Wiggs. Get the ball back to the Ponies. And Hicks starts with a 3 at the top. There's a steal by Hicks, and he's going to drive, and one-handed jumper, and it's off the mark. That was a nice steal by Hicks early there. And here comes Kate Enlow in for Miles. Another freshman getting some time in. And there's a nice jumper by Wiggs on the inbounds, but he can't get it to go. Gets the rebound, puts it back up, still can't get it to go, but he's going to be fouled. And that's Kefren Bagby. His first. Wiggs to the line for 2. And Wiggs gets his first.
And Coach Heath is making a couple of sub-ins. He just subbed in Kate Enlow for Jocelyn Miles and then subbed right back in Jocelyn Miles for Kate Enlow. So he's making a couple early substitutions in the first quarter, and Evan gets his second one.
What if you notice there, he used Kate Enlow's size on that inbounds play. Kate Enlow did a screen for Wiggs and able to get that screen, get Wiggs for that inbounds pass. So using what he has there, and Kate Enlow, nice size there. That's a great use of his talent that he has there on the bench.
Great job by Coach Heath by using his resources.
There's a nice save by Miles to get it back to Hicks for 3. And there's a nice steal by Ayers for an easy 2. And they're going to get Hicks on a foul. Going to be his first. And that Scupion shooting 2, he misses his first. And he does get his second one. So Preston on the board. Kellyville with a quick 10-1 lead. And there's a pass from Hicks to Wiggs for 2. Easy layup there for him. And there's a nice put in by number 15, KJ Bagby. And Hicks' first attempt is off the mark. And second one off the mark, and Scubian with the rebound for Preston. That last foul was on Scubian. That was his first. There's a 3. That's going to be rebound by Crabtree. And there's a nice jumper in the paint by Colton Ayers. And Bagby for the put in there. Nice move around Hicks playing defense there for Bagby to get it in for 2. So our score is 14-5, 5:34 left in the first quarter. Crabtree, like Preston's doing a little bit of pressure on the court here. And Miles gonna catch the ball on the wrong side of half court and gonna end up back court. So Preston ball here. There's a 3 by Scubian. It's off the mark. Rebound by Preston. And that shot's going to be put back up by number 10, Jaron Williams. And Ayers is going to be called for the foul. So the shot is good. And he tries to make a 3-point play here. And he does. There we get a walk on Hicks. There's a turnover there. So 14-8. Kellyville letting Preston keep themselves in the game here with a quick couple of turnovers. They had a 9-10 point lead and Preston's cut it down. Score is 14-8. They cut it down to 6 here, 4:40. And that's going to be a foul on Crabtree. That's going to be his first. There's a nice rebound by Miles. And Hicks in the corner. His three is a little off the mark, and we can't come up with the rebound. So there's going to be a nice jump ball caused by Wiggs, but Preston's going to have to maintain the possession through the possession arrow. So Preston ball here. There's a nice floater. By number 10, Williams. They try to get it into Wiggs, and it's tipped away. And I believe Ayers going to be called his second, and that's going to send Williams to the line for two. And he makes his first. So quickly, Preston closes it to a three-point ball game. 14-11, 3:42 left in the first quarter. And that shot's in and out, and Preston comes up with it with just two boys underneath for a rebound against our four, and they come up with that rebound. Kellyville's got to do a better job there. And Wiggs does get a rebound there. And they're going to get Jordan Ott for his first foul as he's working against Wiggs. Wiggs trying to bring the ball down. 3:22 left in the first period, 14-11. Kellyville with the lead. Connor Norris in the ball game for the Ponies. Subbed in for Miles. They're in a double team on Wiggs. Wiggs loses the handle for a moment, and they're going to call him for a walk. He didn't have, I didn't think he had full possession of that ball. He was bouncing around as he tried to move towards the goal. They call him for the walk anyway. There's nice defense by Wiggs. And Scoobian's going to get, there we go. Scoobian's going to, he was pulling on Wiggs Wiggs was trying to get the ball on the floor, and then he pushes Wiggs to the floor as they go to get up.
So they got one on Colton, too, for talking to him on why he did that. I'm not even, I wasn't even really, paying attention.
But was the technical not on Scoobian?
Well, they put a technical on Scoobian, too, but they've also put a tech on Colton, which canceled out the shots, I think.
Okay. There'll be another foul called as Wiggs trying to work inside. Let's see who that's going to be on number 33.
Cade subbing back in for Justin Miles.
So watch for the play here on the in low for the, and number 20, Jordan, number 10, Williams on the steal and gets down for two. And there's a lay-in for Wiggs on the other end.
I looked up at that scoreboard and I saw that Preston was in a double bonus and only showed 5 fouls. I was like, no, that's not right.
And Caden Enlow is going to be called for his first foul. Wow. Wiggs to Hicks. Hicks for the jumper, and it's no good. Norse is going to be called as he goes up and gets on number 15. And that's going to send Bagby to the line at 1-1. And he makes his first one, so he's going to get a second attempt there. And Wiggs with the rebound. And they're going to get Bagby for a foul, working on Hicks, a pass from Wiggs.
That looks like a push on, I think 32 or 22 there, maybe, I don't know, 32. Push Johnson to the ground, looked like.
Now they're going to call a jump ball, and Kellyville maintains possession with the possession arrow here. Hicks or Crabtree in the corner for 3, and it's not going to be any good. And there's a nice steal by Norris. And here they're going to get that foul on Miles for his first. Is that number 20?
I think so. I can't see, but I'm thinking so.
He makes his first. Yeah, that's number 20. Makes both on his 1-and-1. So that ties the ball game up. Kellyville has allowed Preston to get back in this thing.
There are more fouls in this little possession.
And there's a nice shot by Wiggs for 2. So less than a minute to go, 18-16, 2-point ball game. And there's a 3 off the mark. And Wiggs was being held. They didn't catch it. He was being held underneath by number 32, McCullough, as he's going for that rebound.
Your hat's a little bit dirty. Huh? So your hat's a little bit dirty.
And there's a nice offensive charge taken by Norris to cancel that score by Williams. So great job on Norris to take that charge. And Ayers trying to get it into Wiggs. It's knocked out. Be knocked out by Bagby. And here comes Enlow in for the inbounds play. And they're going to double team Wiggs.
Hicks got fouled there, but they didn't call it.
Yeah, Ott for three right at the buzzer. And Preston has a 1-point lead, 19-18. So Kellyville, with some turnovers, some lack of rebounding there, and a couple of missed shots, they started this game on a 10-0 run and just let Preston come right back into it. And now Preston's with a 1-point lead after one. On that last second three by Ott. So 18 points in the first quarter by Kellyville and 19 by Preston. And really, Preston scored probably 16 or 17 of their 19 in the last half of that first quarter, last 3 or 4 minutes of that first quarter. Kellyville just kind of fell apart a little bit, making some mistakes, turning the ball over multiple times. So here we go, second quarter. Kellyville's got to clean it up a little bit and do more of what they did in the first half of the first quarter. There's a three off the mark, and there's a nice rebound by Hicks. And a missed foul called by the refs. Hicks for three, off the mark. And there's a nice steal by Wiggs. And Wiggs is going to be fouled as he goes up for the shot, the putback. That's on Bagby. That's going to be his second. Wiggs is going to be going to the line for two. And he gets his first. That ties the game up at 19 with 7:25 here in the second quarter. And Wiggs is 100% from the free throw line so far. 4 attempts. So a 1-point game, 20-19. There's a nice block by Wiggs. And on the outside, 3-point attempt, no good, but Preston comes up with the rebound. And again, we're not able to get the rebound, and Williams in there for two for Preston. Crabtree with a floater for two. And there's Williams again for two with a floater over the fingertips of Wiggs. And Ayers. That's going to be a charge. That was taken by McCullough on Ayers, which brings his to 4 fouls, so he's going to take a break 4 fouls here in the second period by Ayers. That's going to affect the Ponies' strategy there. Ayers being a starter, and he's going to spend some time on the bench with 4 fouls. 1 point ball game. Preston with the lead, 23-22. And Kellyville kind of struggling to get something together. They first half of the first period, they working like a machine, and they've kind of started struggling here a little bit on offense. They got to find their way. Inside Wiggs. Wiggs with the jumper. Wiggs with the drive for 2. Miles on the rebound with that jumper from Wiggs that he missed the first shot, and he got it right back out to Wiggs. And Wiggs tips that ball out of bounds. Preston going to maintain possession here. And Norris going to move inside to commit a foul against McCullough. That's going to send him to the line, shooting 2. Or correction, I'm sorry, shooting 1. He made that shot. So he made the shot and then missed his free throw. But Preston came up with the rebound. And Kellyville, Morse in double bonus. Kellyville with 10 team fouls, Morse with 8 team fouls. So a lot of fouls called, and there's a ball, loose ball picked up by Crabtree. And Crabtree misses his layup, but Norris right there behind him for the easy putback. And there's a steal by Hicks. And he's going to be fouled as he goes in for a layup. And Hicks makes his first one. And Hicks gets his second. And Miles up for the rebound, and as he comes down, he's going to be fouled by McCullough. That's just going to be his first. And that puts Kellyville in double bonus, so Miles is going to go to the line, shooting 2. And Miles gets his first. So Kellyville doing a nice job from a free throw line tonight. And Miles with his second. So Kellyville jumps back out to a 5-point lead. They just need to continue doing what they're doing right here. Force some turnovers and go down and put some points on the board. There's almost a turnover forced by Crabtree, and there's Norris had it, but he couldn't. He knocked it loose from Williams, but he couldn't get it before it went out of bounds. So Preston fortunate there to maintain possession. There's a jumper on the outside by Ott, and that's good for 2. And Hicks to Wiggs for an easy 2. So Hicks having a great game for assist to Wiggs. Keeps feeding him the ball underneath. That's some great teamwork by Hicks. The selflessness to Hicks was moving in the lane. He had a defender on him. Wiggs was open, so he chunks the ball off to him. Exactly what we should do in basketball. Bagby to the line, and that foul is going to be on Wiggs. Bagby makes his first. And he gets his second. So 32-29 ball game. And Miles is going to be called for 3 seconds in the lane instead of the foul against Wiggs as he moved in for the pass and got his legs taken out from under him. So a turnover, another turnover there by Kellyville. There's a block by Wiggs, goes to Crabtree. Crabtree to Norris. Norris with the lay-in, and he's going to be fouled by number 15. It's going to be Bagby. That's going to be his third, and Norris is going to go to the line, shooting 2. This will be number 11 and 12 for Kellyville on attempts. Norris misses his first. 12th attempt from the free throw line coming up for Kellyville as a team. And out of 12, they've just so far missed, or out of 11, they've missed 3. And Norris gets that one. So out of 12, they're 9 of 12 from the free throw line as a team. So that's great statistic there for Kellyville. Missed shot, and again, rebounds lacking a bit for Kellyville tonight. The ball's just bouncing just right, and I don't know how that wasn't a walk. And then McCall is going to get called on a push underneath, working against Miles. Miles attempting a rebound, so that's going to send Miles to the line for 2, as both teams are in double bonus. 2:25 left here in the second period. So here comes Miles, his first attempt, and that's good. And Miles' second attempt's in and out, but he's still 3 for 4 from the line on the night. And there's a nice defensive move by Wiggs to get a hand on that ball and knocked out of bounds and break up the play. Preston's going to maintain possession here on that knocked out of bounds by Wiggs. .210 left here in the second. 34-29, Kellyville with the lead. Nice rebound by Wiggs. And he's going to be tripped by McCullough, unintentionally, I believe. They just got their legs tied up, but that's going to send Wiggs to the line for 2. And he's 4 of 4 from the line so far. And, boy, that ball just... It touched every bar of the rim and set on the front of the rim for a second and then fell backwards into the net. So his first attempt is good. And Wiggs' second attempt is good, so he stays 100% from the line. 36-29, 1:45 left here in the second. And there's a walk by Ott for Preston, so Kellyville ball. Kellyville has an opportunity here to spread this game out a little bit here with 1:40 left here in the second. And there's a nice move inside by Wiggs as he drives the lane. And Williams is going to go to the line for two. He makes his first one. And I didn't see who they called that on. Corey Hurst. Is he even out there?
No, they called that on, well, they aren't showing.
I'm not sure who got that foul. Crabtree with the takeaway. And there's Norris with a steal caused by Hicks. Now 45 seconds left here, 38-29. Kellyville with the lead. There's a pass back into Hicks from Wiggs, and it's going to be knocked loose. So Kellyville again with another turnover. We got to clean up our turnovers here. Every time we try to spread the lead, we turn the ball over a couple times, give Preston a chance to stay in the ball game and come back. It's an 8-point ball game here. Wiggs. The scoreboard has 30. I just had 29 for Preston, but oh, I missed that free throw. That's what it was. Williams made that first free throw for Preston, so 4.6 seconds left. And Preston gets the shot off, but it's no good. They come up with a rebound, unable to get a second shot off. So here after 2 quarters of play going into halftime, Kellyville with an 8-point lead at 38-30. But we got to clean up our turnovers. I just have 6 marked down, but I think I missed 2 or 3. So we got to clean that up a little bit. Well, we're going to take a break. We got about just a little over 9 minutes to go. We'll come back in about 8.5. We'll see you then.
Welcome back. Got about a minute 40 before the game starts. I'm going to continue what I did last game. Tonight, the student section honors Kobe Bryant. And not only do we honor Kobe Bryant, but we also honor his daughter, Gianna. She had a very big following by teams like UConn and UCLA. So she was heavily recruited in those teams. But not only do we honor them too, we also honor the other 7 members on board when that helicopter went down that day. I'm just about to get back into the game here.
Just go over some quick stats here. First half, Crabtree with 2, Hicks with 8, Wiggs with 18, Norris with 3, Miles with 3, and Ayers with 4. So I just want to give a good shout out to Jeremy Hicks for his selfless play. Wiggs out of the 18, Hicks is responsible for the assist on several of those, feeding Wiggs the ball underneath. So great teamwork by Hicks to get Wiggs to the 18 mark on the half. So here we go. Kellyville with the ball. Miles underneath, wide open, and he's unable to get the easy layup to go. He was jumping up and down with excitement. And they're going to get Norris. And that's just going to be Norris's third. So still missing a foul from the first half. Wasn't sure which one of our boys got it. And there's a ball, goes directly to Miles. Miles going to get fouled or not fouled, I guess it wasn't called. But he came up holding his nose. I think he got whacked in the face. But no call, it goes out of bounds. So Miles with the steal, and he's not able to make it come up with 2 at the other end. Well, about a minute expired. 1 minute expired. Neither team has scored yet. And Williams working underneath. And there's a steal by Norris and Crabtree. And they try to get, Norris tries to get the ball to Wiggs, and it's passed back behind him. And big collision underneath the goal. Now let's see. They're going to get a foul on Hicks. That's going to be his second. And that's going to send KJ Bagby to the line for 2. And he makes his first one. So first points of the second half go to Preston. And he gets a second one to fall. So 38-32, 6:37 left here in the third.
And it's good to see Colton Ayers back in the game.
Yeah, Ayers in the game. He got 4 fouls real quick there in the first half. He's here in the game at 6:20, third. He's just going to have to be really careful with the 4 fouls. And there's Hicks at the top for 3, and it's off the mark. And I think they're going to get Crabtree underneath. Kellyville already with 3 team fouls. We gotta watch our foul count. We made it to double bonus real fast in that first half. There's a shot underneath. And they're going to get Wiggs. And that's second, and that's going to send number 33, Bagby, to the line shooting 2. And he misses his first. And he gets a second one to fall. So 38-33. So far, Preston's the only ones with any points for the third quarter so far, with 5:29 left to go. Kellyville's yet to put any points on the board here in the third. Hopefully we change that right here with this offensive possession. Ayers pulls the ball back. He's going to give it over to Crabtree. Kellyville going to start running offense here, get set up underneath. Wiggs in the middle. And goes to pass to Miles. Miles isn't open, but Wiggs goes to hang on to it, but he has to get rid of it because he jumped up. And there's a rebound by Miles. So again, struggling with the rebounds. Hicks with a jumper right at the elbow. That's for 2. And there's the first points for Kellyville. And Williams on the outside for 3. A 4-point ball game, 40-36, with 4:05 left here in the third. And Wiggs with the jumper right at the free throw line is good for 2. And Miles with the steal gets it gets to Ayers. Ayers working the outside, being defended by Bagby. And Ayers gets rid of it to Hicks. 3:32 left here in the third, 42-36. Crabtree shot for 3, and Miles with a rebound.
Good pass inside to Wiggs.
And Wiggs going to be fouled as he goes in. And that's Scoopapin's third. And Wiggs makes his first attempt. And Wiggs still 100% from the free throw line, 8 for 8. So he's having a good night at the line. There's a nice block by Wiggs, picked up by Ayers. And that ball's going to be stolen by Preston. There's a rebound by Wiggs. Nice reverse layup by Wiggs.
They're calling that foul on Ayers, so I think that's going to be his 5th foul.
No, they're going to get Wiggs for that. That's going to be his 3rd.
I guess that's what I get for making assumptions.
Well, I think it could have gone either way. Both Wiggs and Ayers working down there. Pretty aggressive, so I'm sure Wiggs is happy to take that foul so Ayers can stay in the ball game. There's an uncontested 3 And Wiggs with a rebound there underneath. Gets it to Hicks. Hicks to Crabtree. Crabtree layup off the mark. And Norris aggression gets him. And that's going to be his fourth. He knew it when he did it. He just came crashing in too hard. So 2 minutes left here in the third. Kellyville stretch it to a 10-point ball game, 46-36. There's inside by number 3 for an easy 2. Or 33, I'm sorry, Bagby. Catherine Bagby. So minute 32 left here in the third period. 46-38. Kellyville with the ball. Get a little pressure here. Norris to Hicks on the outside. Hicks underneath to Wiggs. Wiggs to Norris. Norris loses the handle. And it goes Ayers in the middle in the paint for the shot, and he's going to be fouled.
That's Scoopion's fourth.
Scoopion's fourth. So Ayers is going to go to the line. Shooting 2. And Ayers' first attempt rolls across the rim and falls off the mark. 1:14 left here in the third, 46-38. And here we come with Ayers' second attempt from the free throw line. And it's good. So 47-38, 1:10 left here in the third. Oh. And that pass has gone up to KJ Bagby, and Miles trying to get in for the steal comes down across and crashes into Bagby.
And Miles was a little shaken up there.
And that's going to be Miles' second. And then that sends Preston to the line at 1-1. So Bagby the line at 1-1. And that's off the mark, and Kellyville's going to come up with it. And that's KJ Bagby. That's going to be his fourth. But Preston just with the board just showing 3 team fouls against Preston. So Kellyville just with the ball out of bounds here. Pass in to Crabtree. 30 seconds left here in the third. Wiggs with the ball working. He gets it to Ayers. Ayers down to Wiggs. Wiggs works the baseline and shoots, and it's in and out. And that's Bagby down underneath for 2. And so after 3, 47-40, Kellyville's maintaining the lead, but they just can't seem to get over that hump and finally stretch it out. So they've had a 10-point plus lead a couple of times in this ball game and then made a couple of turnovers, and Preston's charged right back. So Preston's not quitting. They're staying in this thing. So here we go, about to start the fourth period. 47-40, Kellyville with the lead. Preston is going to have the ball out of bounds near side here. We got Norris and Ayers with 4 fouls, so a couple of our players in foul trouble. And Preston's the same way. They got 2 players in foul trouble. And there's a nice charge taken by that was against 33, Catherine Bagby. That'd be his third. I believe that charge was taken by Hicks.
And that was a good charge taken by Hicks there. He got the ball. To go his way, and the ref saw it. He was like, yeah, that's a charge. So
And Wiggs with a jumper there at top, and it's in and out. The Miles going to go up for that rebound, and that's going to be a foul on Jordan Ott. That's going to be his second. Preston with 5 team fouls, Kellyville with 7. Crabtree working, gets it to Hicks. Hicks into Miles. Miles back out to Hicks. Hicks for 3. It's off the mark. Wiggs with the rebound.
And Evan was hit in the face there. He went up for it, and he got slapped in the face by 32.
And they're going to call that on the floor. And that's going to be McCullough's 4th foul, and Heath's going to take a timeout.
30-second timeout, charge 2 to the Ponies.
So 47-40, 6:57 left in the ball game. We got Preston with KJ Bagby, Jaden Scuppin, and Jackson McCullough, all with 4 fouls. Kellyville with Norris and Ayers with 4 fouls. So both teams with a little bit of foul trouble here with 6:57 left in the 4th. Kellyville's going to have the inbounds play here. Heat's over there working something up. We'll come up with some magic here, hopefully. Hicks walking over to receive the ball from the ref for the inbounds play. We're going to start off with a box. And Hicks with the jumper on the outside is good for 2.
Great pivot and power dribble right there by Hicks to get that jumper to fall in. Went right over the defender's hands, and he didn't even see it coming.
There's a walk. So Kellyville with the ball, 49-40. And Hicks with the power layup on the outside, just drove right past his defender for the easy layup. There's a 3 at the top of the key, and rebound by Wiggs. Wiggs to Crabtree. Crabtree in the corner for 3, and that's good. There's a nice rebound by Miles. Crabtree up for a jumper, and it's off the mark, and Preston comes up with the rebound. 5:15 left here in the ball game. There's a nice steal by Hicks. Hicks to Crabtree in the corner. Crabtree for three. There's a rebound by Wiggs, and it's knocked loose by Williams, and Williams takes it the other end for two. And Hicks goes in for the layup, and he's going to be fouled. That's going to be Marquis Johnson. That's going to be his first. Sends Hicks to the line for two, and he gets his first one.
I guess I have a messed up score here. It shows 55 on the board, and I have 57.
No, I just have 55 in my book here.
Well, I'm going to match up with the scoreboard, so I'm going to take that back down to 55.
And there is Williams for two. So 55-44, 4:10 left here in the ball game. Oh no, that wasn't a walk.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
The walk caught on Wiggs, but he just did a step through because they came up and double teamed him. But they get the call. And Williams drives in, and he's going to be fouled. And that's Hicks. That's going to be his third. And Williams gets his first attempt. And his second attempt is also good. So 55-46. Preston showing press here. There's the ball down to Wiggs. Wiggs with the drive, and with the layup there, or the floating jumper for two. There's a rebound by Wiggs, gets it down to Hicks. Hicks is all alone, and Hicks for an easy two. There's a nice block by Hicks. So 2:47 left here in the ball game, 59-46. Ayers at the top. Gets it over to Hicks. Hicks scanning the floor over to Crabtree. Crabtree now scanning the floor. And Ayers underneath for an easy two. Ayers all by himself for an easy two underneath. There's a long shot by wow. They're going to call Wiggs on that, but Bagby got away with just a hip thrust back into Wiggs. Wiggs was standing there, wasn't pressing or anything like that. Bagby stepped back and hip thrust back into Wiggs. That's going to be 4 on Wiggs. So Wiggs, Ayers, and Norris all with 4 fouls here with 2:12 left.
see a couple of Kellyville alumni here tonight. Hector Garcia has walked by me a couple times and just tapped me in the side. Me and him had a pretty good friendship his senior year. And so it's good seeing him here tonight. See a couple more, can't name them all. But it's good to see them here at the games.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go, Bagby. His first attempt's off the mark. And his second's off the mark, and Crabtree comes up with the rebound and gets it to Norris. That's going to be knocked out of bounds, and they're saying on Norris. So Preston are going to get the possession there. 61-46, 2:05 left in the ball game. Preston with the ball. There's a long three by Williams, and Hicks comes up with the rebound. And Norris pulls the ball back out. .110 left here. Hicks drives, pushes it back out to Miles. Miles back to Hicks. So Kellyville in just running the clock down, and Preston's really not pressing the issue. And there's Hicks with a pull-up jumper, and it's off the mark. Williams with for three on the outside, and Hicks slaps the ball out of bounds on the attempted rebound. Oh, correction. They're going to call a foul on Hicks. And Scupian goes to the line shooting two. And his first one's off the mark. So that put Hicks with 4 fouls. Here comes Wiggs and Enlow back in the game. Crabtree and Miles going to take a break. 38.2 seconds, 61-46. And Scupian gets his second attempt. There comes Wiggs. Pulls it back out. Gets it over to Hicks. And Hicks going to hold the ball. No pressure by Preston. Gets it over to Enlow. Enlow's just going to hold it. 17 seconds. Enlow's going to hold the ball. No pressure by Preston, so Cade Enlow's is going to hold possession of the ball, and that's going to do it for the Ponies. And Cade Enlow shoots right at the last second, and it falls short. But 61-47, the Ponies break their losing streak and end the regular season with a nice win, 61-47. So let me add up some points here. Let's see, Crabtree's going to end up with 5. Looks like Hicks end up with 17. Wiggs with a career high or season high of 26. Norris ended up with 3. Colton Ayers ended up with 7. Jocelyn Miles ended up with 3. And that's our scores for the night. And again, being Evan's dad Want to give a great thanks to Jeremy Hicks, a great teamwork, had several assists and contributed to Wiggs' 26 there by several of those baskets was a feed in from Hicks. So great teamwork there to feed Wiggs to get him to his season high of 26. He also had 10 rebounds, so he clocked another double-double. Don't know for sure, but I think that may bring him to 6 or 7 on the season, double-doubles for Wiggs. So a great closeout game, regular season for the Ponies. Again, not the last game here in the event center because we do host districts and regionals. Districts are this Saturday night at 6:30 against Cassia Hall. The ladies start at 6:30 and the boys game will be immediately following. So please come out and support us live if you can. If not, then you could always join us here on KV Rising because thanks to the Kellyville Basketball Booster Club, we were able to pay our $200 fee for broadcasting that district game, and so we will be live Saturday night here in Kellyville. You guys have a safe night, and we will see you Saturday.